a small discussion on our topic Enigma between the pages of old Bookslay. Now we start our discussion by conversation between two friends Bholu and Golu. Hey, what's up? What are you reading? I am currently reading The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. That's great. It is a classic novel, but the book seems very old, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. But I love to reading old books. Its smell feels me nostalgic. That's right. Did you know that there is a chemistry even in the smell of this old book? No, I am not aware of this, but it seems very interesting. Yeah, it is. I want to know about this. Can you explain it to me? Absolutely, I can. Let's get into it. First, we will look at the causes of this distinctive smell. Because when we research something, we first need to be aware of the source. Now we can classify the sources that are responsible for the distinctive smell present in an old book into three different categories. Point number 1. Chemicals are used in the processing of paper. Point number 2. The ink is used to print the book. And the last point number 3. The glue is used for bookbinding. The important fact is that these all are important essentials in the process of binding of a book. Ink is one of the most important equipment in the processing of a book. In the paper making process, the paper is treated with variety of chemicals to achieve the desired properties. Some of these chemicals could be contribute to release volatile organic compounds or VOCs. Additionally, petrochemicals used as solvents for inks can also be contributed. In the processing of paper, we use hydrogen peroxide as a bleaching agent. We can also use alkyl ketene dimer, which acts as a sizing agent that increases water resistivity of the paper. Now we are going to talk about adhesives also. Modern day bookbinding adhesives are often based on copolymers such as vinyl acetate ethylene, which is shown here. Some VOCs may originate from these compounds. The term that we are frequently used is VOCs. This term VOCs are known as volatile organic compounds. Process of chemical degradation produces specific VOCs. They creating a distinctive and characteristic old book smell. Some common examples of VOCs are benzaldehyde and vanillin. There is also an interesting term called bibliosmia. The term refers the old book smell. The main reason for the distinctive smell of an old book is the chemical composition of paper and its degradation over the time. The main component of paper is cellulose and lignin. So here is the chemical structure of cellulose and lignin. Paper is mostly made of cellulose, which is an essential component from wood pulp, and often it contains lignin, which is also an essential component from wood. Over the time, in the presence of some external natural factor or man-made factors just like heat, light, acid and air, these two compounds degrades and they release volatile organic compounds which are mainly responsible for this characteristic smell from that old book. The characteristic smell of books, especially old ones, comes from both the materials used in the making of the book and the environmental factors it has been exposed to. For example, humidity and moisture present in the air. High humidity promotes slow chemical breakdown of paper and glue. It also encourages growth of mold and mildew, which add a nasty or earthy smell. Pollutants like ozone, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxide react with paper and speeding up degradation and producing acidic byproducts with distinct smell. Even dust can also carry organic material that adds to the nasty odor. Environmental temperature is also an important reason for that. At high temperature, the process of degradation accelerates and they release volatile organic compounds. Produced VOCs and their characteristic chemical odors are responsible for that kind of old book smell. Each VOCs have different and specific smells. Here are some examples. These are some volatile organic compounds with their chemical structure and their characteristics odor. For example, vanillin have sweet smell, benzaldehyde have almond-like smell, furfural have bread or caramel-like smell. Even acetic acid have vinegar-like smell. Here are some other examples of volatile organic compounds like toluene, hexanol and pentanols, basically alcohols, 2-ethyl hexanol and mold metabolites. They also have sweet, sharp, grassy, fruity or earthy smell. After the creative investigation of the characteristic smell in the paper of an old book, we can conclude that no single chemical causes the odor of books. It is a result of complex mixture of volatile chemicals used in their manufacture, as well as the gradual degradation of the chemicals within the paper in the presence of some external factors. Books are our eternal friend from the ancient time. So we conclude our discussion by a remarkable quote from a great philosopher and mathematician René Descartes. Reading all good books is like a conversation with the finest minds of the past centuries.